Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey, got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. How many times I got to say that before I get tired of it? I think it's going to be a minute, folks. I got to be real with you. Because, boy, that Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, clear indication of how God can do some unexpected, wonderful things for you. How he leads your life in directions that you never, ever saw coming. You know, I was talking with somebody the other day, and they were talking about how, man, they were young and they were doing things, and they never knew that the things that they were doing as a youngster would come and help form who they were today. As an adult, this guy's 50 years old. And, you know, the same thing for you. If you look back on your life and all of the things that you've done, it helps shape you into who you are. Now, this is provided now that you take the positive approach. Now, when I say look back at your life and see what you've done, that doesn't mean dwell on the misfortunate moments, because the misfortunate moments were necessary. I know it's hard to see that when it's happening to you, but the unfortunate moments are necessary. You know, what really makes you appreciate summer vacation is winter work. What really makes you appreciate a walk on the beach is when it's cold, it's raining outside. What really makes you appreciate when you're up is because you've been down. See, if you were up all the time, just the nature of us as human beings, we would lose our appreciation for it, because it becomes que sera. Whatever it is, well, it is what it is. I'm just what? You take it for granted. It becomes expected. But what happens in life is it has so many twists and turns. And then you learn how to deal with those twists and turns, which makes you now a more experienced person. And then when the sunny days come, man, you go, wow, it's really nice outside. You really want to appreciate how warm weather, just stay in a bunch of cold weather all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is really simple analogies, but it helps you along the way. Now, here's what I came to say today to everybody out there, and this has helped me in my life. I can't tell you what it's done for me, but a lot of people are struggling with moving forward with their future plans, their future goals, their future aspirations, their future hopes, their future dreams, just simply your future wants. A lot of people trying to have a hard time mapping out their future, even what I'm going to do, what I'm going to be, what I'm going to make, how I'm going to go about it, what do I do next. I want to share something with you that I had to come to terms with. The quickest way to lose focus on your future is to keep focusing on your past. You know, it's like I said at the beginning, you know, when I say it's wonderful to look at your life and review it, because if you look at it, it'll tell you it really helps shape and form you today as the person you are. Now, if you look at it in a positive sense, but if you dwell and harp on the negative that's happened to you, then that keeps you from seeing the good in the incident. Every bad thing that's happened to you, there was a silver lining behind it. I know people who were on drugs who finally, man, just got sent to prison for stealing because of their habit. I know a cat that sold dope. Well, he went to prison. He told me one time, he said, Steve, he said, man, this is the best thing ever happened to me. This saved my life. Now, most people would think, how in the world is going to prison helpful for you? The brother said, it saved my life. First of all, it got me clean. He said, I've been clean for 5 years from sitting in here. That's for starters, I'm clean. I ain't stealing no more. I ain't putting myself in jeopardy, and I ain't jeopardizing nobody else. He said, now, man, I done went to college. I done got a college degree while I'm in here. Then he was released from prison, and the brother's life was completely turned around. He married. He got a family. He got a great job. He go to work every day. He's a productive citizen. I mean, so he looks back on his incarceration, even his drug abuse, and it taught him how to appreciate the things in life that he had taken for granted and was missing, Because he said, man, my life was just in a blur. I didn't even know what was going on. He said, now I appreciate every day I wake up. That's what I mean. Even in your missteps in life, there is a purpose for the missteps. Every time you fail, there was a reason for the failure. See, what I had to do was I had to learn that all of my failures taught me how to get back up. So I became a very strong and tough person in getting back up. And then I was down and out so long that it taught me how to really appreciate the up. And so I've taken all of that and used it, those experiences that happened to me, and I became a more experienced person. So next time when people talk about me who don't know me, it don't shake me, because everybody not going to like you, man. You might as well go and get on this train right now. And so what I'm saying to you out there is the quickest way to lose focus on your future is to keep focusing on your past. Let it go. Yeah, he left. Sometimes the breakup is the blessing. I know it's hard to break up because now you're lonely and you by yourself. But man, wasn't you in misery when you was in that? Weren't you in complete misery in that? Now, you kept asking God to fix it, but it take two people to fix a relationship. It don't just take one. It take two to make a thing go right. It take two to make it out of sight. You really do have to have two people wanting a relationship to work. It can't just be one person wanting a relationship. So you can pray about the relationship all you want. If the other person don't want you no more and ain't going to act right, you can't make him do that. Or you can't make her do that. But you steady asking God for a new relationship, but you are yet to be grateful that you are in a position to have a relationship, and you keep harping on the past. You don't think he hear that? I'm just a dude with a show, and I hear it all the time. Let it go. Go forward. It's over. You made it. He brought you through it. You conquered. You survived it. Why are you dwelling on it and making it the cross around your neck when clearly he had removed it for you? Now, all you got to do is come on. So if you're sitting behind them walls, brothers and sisters, I'm talking directly to you. Sometimes, man, you just got to get it right. All this repeat offender business, that's for who is that for? How ignorant can you be to keep giving your life back to the penal system? Be free, man. Walk the streets. Do the right thing. Ask God to help connect you. He can do anything. You think he can't give you a job? Are you serious, man? Put some faith on it. Let's move forward, y'all. Let it go. Let's move.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here another day. Man, I'm glad about this one right here. You know what? If you say, man, seem like Steve glad about every day, it's because I am, man. I wake up every day rejuvenated. Even if I wake up a little bit tired or I didn't get enough sleep, which is the case, or something like that, I still wake up whenever I get up and I go, man, I take advantage of being up, man. I do some meditating, man. I go get some quiet time before it gets started. I tell the Lord, thank you, man. And then, I find something I want to do myself, a little me time in the morning. I'm just grateful that he give me that, because after that is this. And after this, it is on and cracking in my life, man. All I do all day long is make decisions. Decisions. Mr. Harvey, can we have this? H, can we do this? Baby, can you do this for me? That one right there. Baby, can you do this for me? That's the wife. I got to drop everything I'm doing to do that. I don't give that. Oh, forget that I'm trying to run an empire. Yeah, I got to call about some damn curtains. Why? Help me, Lord.
Why are you
involved?
involved?
But I'm grateful, though. Oh, yes, I am. Steve Harvey Morning Show, y'all. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, Mouth of the South. Junior Boy is out today, and legend that is Nephew Tommy. Oh, man. I would say, Junior, what's on your mind today? But he ain't got nothing on his mind today.
See what's on Tommy's mind.
Somewhere bit. Oh, Lord.
This should be interesting.
First thing in the morning?
You know what? I got one.
What you got on your mind?
I got one. For people that want to be entertainers, for people that want to be stars, you are a star. Explain. I think a lot of people don't know what it takes to keep your star shining bright, keeping the light on in your star. How much you got to put in to keep that light on? You've been a star a long time. To keep that light lit that long, explain the process of what you got to do day in and day out for that star to be as bright as you have it.
Two parts to that. First of all, you yourself are not the determining factor whether you become a star or not. That determination belongs to the masses.
To the people. Yeah.
You have no control over that. You can't control how bright your star is. You can't control it. That is up only to the masses. They determine who becomes stars in this world. And that got a whole lot to do with God's grace and favor. Ain't no, I set out to be a star and I made it. No, don't. That ain't as simple as that. No, sir. Now, once you become this star and this light is on you, you have no idea what the task in front of you is. It is daunting. It is bigger than you could ever imagine for it. There's a manual for it. There's a course you can take. It is something else, and it is hard work. Just like it is hard to be a supervisor, just like it's hard to be the top bus driver, the top salesman on your job, to win principal or teacher of the year. You become a target for those that are not in the light. It's hard because most people that have reached a level of importance or significance are hated by those who ain't because they can't. Lord,
come on.
All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew yet again as he runs that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now to start your morning off with the nephew as he runs that prank back. What you got for us, Neff, today?
We're going to put a little stupid on it this morning, Shirley. A little bit of stupid on it. We're going to sprinkle it nice and smooth, evenly. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Cat dog, if you would.
Hello?
I'm trying to speak to Sister Lauren, please.
Speaking.
Sister Lauren, this is Brother Davis from the church. I don't know if you know me. You might know me when you see me, but I don't know if you just know me because we don't really interact that much at the church. But I wanted to give you a call. We got a bit of a problem going on.
Okay.
Okay, do you have a minute to talk?
Well, apparently so, huh?
All right. Now, how long have you been doing the sign? You in the ministry where you do the sign language for the church, and I noticed you up there at least 2 Sundays out of the month. You've been doing it quite a while, am I right?
So, yes, I've been doing this for over 10 years, but I'm a little bit confused as to why you're calling about this. I'm just a little bit confused. I don't know who you are. You say that if I see your face, I may know you, but what does this have to do with anything of how long I've been doing sign language? I know sign language. I've been doing it for years, so how may I help you with this? Do you want to learn sign language?
No, I'm not trying to learn any sign language. Do you know Miss everybody call her Miss Myrtle? Do you know Miss Myrtle?
Yeah, I sure do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Miss Myrtle, that's one of my aunties right there. Miss Myrtle is.
Okay,
all right?
and she gave you my number to call me. What do you need from me? Did she give you my number?
No, that's what I'm getting at. So my aunt is deaf. You know she's hearing impaired. You know that, right?
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's a problem. Aunt Myrtle is telling us that you're not doing the sign language right during the service, and like you missing some things in the scripture or something.
No. No, that's incorrect. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I know what I'm doing. So so she told you to call me to tell me that I'm not doing the sign language correctly. That's a little funny.
Let me say this to you. I don't want us to get off on the wrong foot. Let me just say this to you. Once my murder told us what was going on, we then went to one of the deacons and asked him, is there a way we can have a meeting, with Sister Lauren so we can try to get this taken care of and talk about it. He said, well, won't you just call and y'all can just work it out. And that's how I'm calling you now. I hope I don't know if you're at work or whatever. I apologize, but I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. Now, let me go and say this: if my ain't murder say that you ain't signing right, then my auntie ain't lying. That mean your ass. Excuse me. That mean you ain't signing right.
Really? So the pastor couldn't come to me, but you figured you would just call me and tell me that your auntie says that I'm doing it incorrectly. That doesn't make sense to me. How did she tell you that? Did she sign it to you?
She signed language to her daughter. Listen, you ain't got to worry about who she's signing to. What you need to worry about is getting your stuff together, all right, and learning how to do this the correct way so that my auntie can get, my auntie needs to be getting the word like everybody else getting the word, but she not getting it because the word's getting lost in your hands.
All I'm hearing is your voice is getting very loud, and you need to match my tone, young man. Okay, let's just start with that.
What you mean match your match your tone, young man? Yes. What is that?
Match my tone, because you're getting very loud, and I can't hear through all of that. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. The situation. You called my phone, correct? You have a problem that you're discussing with me, but you're getting more angry than anything else. How am I going to resolve this problem? I am trying to be as cordial.
The way you resolve this problem is carry your back to science school so you can learn what you need to so my auntie can get the word. My auntie can't get the gospel because you messing it up.
God anointed me to do sign language at that church, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I will continue to do so. So don't call my phone telling me that I'm not doing something right. You know what?
But do God know that you not doing it right? Do God know that? Does God know that my Aunt Myrtle not getting the word because of you?
Lord's name, young man. Jesus, please give me the strength to continue on with this conversation. But you know what, Lord? I'm going to be right back. Little let me tell you something. Don't you ever call my mother freaking phone telling me I ain't doing something. Man, if I see you in the street, this cane I have is going to go upside your damn head. Did I make myself clear?
I cannot believe you talking to me like this.
Oh, now you want to be calm. Now you're calm. Now you match my tone. I've engaged in my
I can't believe you just got through talking to me like that. So you think it's cool for you to tell the Lord, I'll be right back. Thank you, Lord. I needed a moment.
I'm human, right? We've been on this phone this long. You've been all screaming at me. I told you to match my tone. Match my tone.
I am matching your tone.
No.
Can I give you something else in this tone? Do you mind if I say something in this tone?
You're going to hear a click and a die real quick. Go ahead. Say what you have to say.
I just want to tell you in this tone that your friend, Vonda Taylor, got me to prank phone call you. I am Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show in your tone.
Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. You have me on the Rick. Vonda? Vonda Taylor. Vonda Taylor. Tell me, you better not put this on the radio. You better not put this on the radio. Vonda, I'm going to kill you in Jesus' name. Amen. Radio. I'm not playing any games, Tommy. I think it's funny, but this is my job here.
Listen, everything is fine.
You had me going there. I had to tell Jesus, give me a minute, because you was about to bring my pressure up. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't even want to hear this, but I will be calling Vonda because I have some words for her ass. Oh, Lord, Father, please forgive me. Oh, Lord.
Okay, you got to do this for me in my tone. Tell me in your tone, what is the baddest radio show in the land in your tone?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. In my tone.
All right, nephew. Thank you.
Sign language.
That wasn't intelligent.
Coming up next, it is Ask the Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building, ready for your love questions right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Usher teases new music. It's a new music video with the one and only Harvey, Steve Harvey. And in other entertainment news, Monique, listen to this. Monique is clapping back at Sherry Shepherd and Kim Whitley in a lengthy Instagram post. We'll get to that. Plus, in trending fashion news, Louis Vuitton has tapped Pharrell Williams as the brand's next men's creative director. We'll talk about all.
Boy, I'm finna be in that.
We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now, it is time to ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey. Ginger in Shreveport says, I love that name, Ginger. Ginger writes, my husband and I were invited to a formal event, and I sprained my ankle, so he went solo. He sat with one of his female co-workers who was also solo. They got photographed together a lot, and he said it was a coincidence. If the tables were turned, he'd flip out. Why can't he understand what he did wrong?
Well, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? He got set at the table that she got set at, and they took a lot of pictures. Now, I know it's not a good look, but he's not in charge of the seating chart. So, and I understand the look was bad for you, and I don't know how he could have avoided it. I don't think he's in charge of the seating chart,
Could he not have taken so many pictures with her and make it look like they're a couple
Well,
or something
were
together?
they posed pictures, or did people just take pictures? If he posed with these pictures, he's stupid.
Well, he did, obviously. They got photographed together a lot.
Anyway, from the wife's point of view.
Yeah.
Well, I understand the wife being upset.
Just like he would
especially
be
when she heard we ain't talking about what I would be. We talking about the wife. I didn't write the letter. The wife wrote the letter, Shirley.
Don't get mad at me.
This. You ain't got
you always take pictures.
This.
You don't ever take pictures by yourself with another female. That's
because my ass ain't stupid. I already know what they trying to do.
That part.
So, But when you stupid, you don't know. Now he up there, now.
He said, when you stupid, you don't know.
What is the moral of this story?
What is the moral?
What is it?
The wife need to watch where she walking from now on. Quit hurting your damn ankle so you can show up at these.
Oh, no, it's her fault.
So you can make
it.
Your crazy ass stepping all in holes and stuff, popping your ankles and all this.
All right, moving on to Kavan in Gaithersburg. Kavan says, I moved in with my boyfriend and I put a box of keepsakes in the hall closet. My man went through my box and he threw away some items from an ex that died recently. He said he didn't know the guy was deceased and he apologized. Is this a red flag or was I wrong for keeping things my ex gave me? What?
No, okay, well, hold on, hey, he dead.
Shut up, Steve.
Dead or alive, I find it in the boxes getting thrown away. I don't give a damn who it was.
But
he
it's
could have
her
been standing
private.
there. No, ain't your private nothing. We live here together. This is my house, too. I had this dead-ass dude laying around with me. What you sitting up looking at these photos for? He gone.
No memories? She's not allowed to have any memories?
The obituary.
Tommy said don't even keep that. Now you
all these pictures you laughing out on cliffs and all this here. Y'all bike riding and all that. Hell. No. If I give a damn about that. He didn't know he was dying. He threw it away. He knew what was up.
Okay, really?
He didn't give a damn if he was dead or not. If he'd have knew he was dead, he'd have threw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's her stuff, though. Okay.
Whatever.
All right, Vivi in Long Island says, my husband and I went to dinner and our waitress was beautiful with a sexy Jamaican accent. My husband wanted me to invite her to come play with us, but I was too afraid. I can't get her off my mind. Should I go back and invite her over?
Yeah, what kind of hell is this?
Let me hear your answer to this one.
Based
on your other two.
What did you say, Steve?
I said yes at first, but I just had to.
You fired out. Oh, she should. Yes, at the end.
I blurted out yes, but I don't know what I was saying. It just came out too quick. She said yes. And then I had to catch myself because I'm CLO and I'm
Cancel
supposed
that.
to be about family and, love and, monogamy.
Lead by example and all
that. All this polygamy and all that. I ain't never been to that. The one time I did try it was a complete disaster. But, and everybody in there was fine.
It was a disaster.
I was in a room full of finance, but everybody was fine in there but me. I was so damn uncomfortable. I didn't know what to do. I'm not the man for this here menage a trois business. This is not what I do, clearly. I'm trying to split the time up evenly. I didn't know how to do it. Kiss you.
You was confused up.
Kiss you for 10 seconds. I ain't know I was supposed to lay back.
Yeah,
I ain't know nothing. I ain't in here to watch. So damn it, I don't even know that part of it. I'm
Your
not
time management.
I'm in here trying to participate. I have one job to do. I have been working for years at this skill set. All I know is my job. I ain't in here to watch. I don't do porno. If y'all thought y'all was in here, so I need to be sitting up drinking coffee watching. That ain't why we in here. Now, do you need to go back to the restaurant? If that's what he do and y'all do you. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know she would want to come play with y'all? See, that's...
Yeah, She said
she was
I don't know if
That's
you ain't
all we know.
ever been cussed out by a Jamaican before, but it's extensive.
I haven't.
I've never been cussed out by a Jamaican, but I've seen them cuss. Dog, and everybody clear out the way. Can't you go black, cool down, boy? Where can them so black? Black new fire, don't you fuck now?
Stupid. All right, let's get to this last one, Steve. Aaron in High Point says, my boyfriend and I have been together for a year, and he used to put a lot of thought into buying me gifts. For Christmas and for my birthday, he sent me money through Zelle, and that was it. Did he buy the gifts in the beginning to lure me in?
Yeah. Yeah.
He done got comfortable.
See, why y'all be surprised?
What?
We work hard in the beginning. A lot of men change over the years. You've all experienced it.
Yeah.
All of you has experienced it.
Can't
nobody keep it up like they did in the beginning. Not even the great ones like me.
You falling off a little bit?
Yeah. It ain't what I used to be.
You slowed down a little bit?
Yeah. I couldn't keep up with my damn self. Yeah.
All right. You need to
much.
elevate you, Steve.
Yeah, I did too much,
Yeah.
Coming up at the top of the hour, thank you, CLO. We'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration? Join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
Well, Usher has a new song, and he released a tease of the new video. The video stars someone you know very well, Steve. Her name is Lori Harvey, and she's beautiful in the video.
So beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen it, Dad?
Yes. Have you seen
I don't think he wants.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, we're going to move on from this.
His volume kind of low. I don't think he want to discuss this.
No.
Just do the damn
Well, she's
story.
beautiful in the video. Moving on.
Right.
Oh, and here's a debate that fans of Usher are having. They think Usher should be next year's Super Bowl halftime performer. I'm not mad at that.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. By the way, Super Bowl is in 58 is in Las Vegas next year. So,
We going on.
Oh,
we going to this
Steve.
one now.
Come on.
In Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Oh, we need to go.
We don't care who going.
No.
We going.
No, that'd be too much. Super Bowl and Vegas? No, that's overload. That's too much. I don't know if I can survive that weekend.
You couldn't survive.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Gambling and gambling. That's gambling on top of gambling.
That's gambling with the other athletes out there too. All them high rollers out there. I'm out there competing now.
Steve, would you go to sleep at all the whole Super Bowl weekend?
Hell no.
You're asking a
For
man who
what?
gambles while he's having lunch.
Why Steve's eyes so red?
Will he go to sleep? No. He barely eats. All right,
But
moving
I'm
on.
not mad at that, Usher.
Yeah.
I'm not mad
Neither
at
am I.
that.
That's a good look right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lori
All right.
Lori is beautiful in the video. Dad, we just want to give her props.
I don't know that they would struggle with Usher because of the crossover appeal.
Too many
Even
R&B
with-
records is what you're trying to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he started as an R&B star. You know, he's not a pop
young.
star.
He's been
you know,
singing a long
Rihanna's a
time.
pop star, but
Yeah.
you know, Beyonce's a pop star. Katy Perry, pop star. Prince, mega star. Michael, mega star. Beyonce, you got to look at it like that. He's worthy. He got the hits.
Absolutely.
Oh, we'd be jamming, but it'd be so many white people off.
Yeah, he got some pop songs, but
Just
I
passing out the
rest.
rations. No, that's not what the song is.
All right. Now,
Confession. You
Yeah.
singing confession.
Just passing out the rations. It's not the damn song.
These are my confessions.
really. All right, let's get to this story before we run out of time. On a recent episode of Sherry Shepherd and Kim Whitley's podcast, they discussed Monique and her role in the new movie, The Reading. Sherry said about Monique, she's a great actress, but personality-wise, she's always getting in trouble. Always, Sherry continued, if it's not with another comic, D.L. Hughley, it is with the industry. In a lengthy Instagram post, here's some of what Monique said in response. Monique said, first she thanked the comedians, Sherry and Kim. Then Monique went on to say, quote, you then attempted to show a connection between my personality and me being blackballed, along with the fallout I had with brother D.L. Hughley. In addition, you two, within the same breath, mentioned how we as comics are, quote, underestimated. First thing, kids with their parents, criminals with the law, and slaves with their masters get into trouble. And last time I checked, I don't fit into any of these categories to get in trouble with anyone mentioned. Do you two? Monique then noted, my personality is of such where I have to speak up and out against injustices so we can stop being, as you both said, underrated. And if you notice, I haven't ever started a conversation about you two that involved any negativity in any way in all of the years. Anytime the team of you two sisters would like to speak with the team of my husband and I, we welcome it. Thank you two again for the compliments, though backhanded, and please know, regardless, I still love you both to life. Sisters.
Damn good answer. Damn good answer. I hate to see this.
They were complimenting her, and I think they were just trying to state that
and be funny. Yeah, but she's always getting in trouble.
Yeah. And then that rubbed Monique the wrong way. She didn't want to hear that.
Like it. Yeah.
She didn't like it at all. So
yeah, but she invited.
Well, is it a compliment and then something negative at the same time?
That's what she said. Backhanded compliment. Yeah,
it's like if you ask someone something and they answer you, but they put that but in there, so you know everything that preceded the but. Yes, Steve, meant nothing.
Y'all know good and here well. I don't say nothing about Monique.
No. We thinking you gonna jump in the conversation. You waving your hand up,
yeah.
Oh no, I was waving at a gnat in my studio. No, Lord.
All right, we're moving on. Hopefully they'll work it out. Maybe they will meet and work it out. Yeah, it'll be a great thing, I think.
And crush all that. Don't start no more. We don't want any more beefs.
No more wars, please.
No,
yeah, we've had enough. I mean,
yes.
All right, finally in trending fashion news, Louis Vuitton, the French luxury brand, announced that Pharrell Williams is the brand new men's creative director at Louis Vuitton. He succeeds Virgil Abloh. Louis Vuitton said in a statement, Mr. Williams is a visionary whose creative universes expand from music to art and to fashion, establishing himself as a cultural global icon. Congratulations, Pharrell.
I'm going to tell you right now,
it's
going to be pimp.
Okay.
This June, at Fashion Men's Week in June, June 19th, get your mind right.
You about to kill him. You about to
get
kill
your
him.
Mind right. I might have to go out there for that. See that boy out there.
All right.
If finna be something, see now.
All right. Congratulations again, Pharrell. Coming up in 20 minutes after the hour in trending political news, we'll tell you what Donald Trump wants to reportedly bring back if he is reelected president. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending political news, Nikki Haley, the former Republican governor of South Carolina and ambassador to the United Nations under the Trump administration, posted a video on Twitter recently announcing that she is running for president. She says it's time for a new generation of leadership. I'm Nikki Haley, and I'm running for president. Oh, and speaking of 2024, the presidential candidates, according to Rolling Stone magazine, Donald Trump has been discussing with his team, listen to this, guys, the expansions of the federal death penalty and bringing back death by fire squad and hanging. Trump also reportedly, this is what he's reportedly discussing with his team, death by firing squad, hanging. Trump also reportedly mentioned to his team the idea of the executions being televised.
See, that appeals to that right-wing, militia, southern, hillbilly bigot. That appeals to the bigotry in their party. All of those constituents of his will imagine all the black people that they'll be hanging and shooting and putting it on TV.
Lord
That's for
Jesus.
them.
Oh,
see, he gonna give that to them.
To the base.
Oh, no, he gonna give that to them. And then he'll have some other stuff for the little bit more moderate Republicans. He'll have that. Cutting back on taxes. You don't cut back on taxes. You don't pay none.
Government.
Right.
So let me ask you this.
You don't pay any.
Should we hang and put people on the firing squad that was at the insurrection and climbing that wall? Should we do that to them too?
Because that was a federal. No, that's federal. Come on.
Nephew.
No, Tommy, that was a protest.
And Tommy, those were white people.
Yeah.
We're not talking about hanging and shooting whites.
Oh.
That ain't what that's for. And he knows exactly who he's talking about.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Because
that's red meat.
People of color are the ones who don't have the money to get out of things like this. You ain't shooting.
I can't understand somebody with this much hate.
When the last person? No. Ain't nobody shooting a white person. You got to be kidding. When the last time you heard that? What police gonna shoot a white person? Huh? And for us to even be discussing this country's so sick to even allow his ass back to run for anything.
Yes.
With all these accusations against this guy. This the sickness of this country.
Yeah.
Right? The hypocrisy of the United States to allow this.
And that was a great question, Tommy, about the insurrection, but nothing's going to be done about it. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, has your spouse made you go somewhere you didn't want to go? Were you miserable like Ben Affleck at the Grammys? We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, if you saw the Grammys, you all saw the look on Ben Affleck's face. He was miserable at the Grammys. He just looked like he didn't want to be there. I mean, his face said it all.
Yes.
Word has it that Ben's wife, Jennifer Lopez, whispered in his ear, "Look motivated."
Fix your face. Fix your face.
Ben just couldn't play it off. He just wanted to go home. All right. He did not want to be there. So here's a question for you, Steve and Tommy. Has your spouse ever dragged you out to a function that you did not want to be at? You didn't want to go. No. What happened? Tommy.
I went with my wife to a funeral. I did not even know who the person was. And it was so long, drawn out, miserable. Everybody want to talk. And then when we getting ready to leave, which I think is so disrespectful, then everybody want a picture. Can we get a picture with Tommy? Really, at a funeral? Come on, man. I was just bored. I was just, and I couldn't.
You were bored? Yeah, it was a funeral.
And I just sat there and just, I hate it. Then you got the nerve to ask me to go by the repast. We ain't going no damn repast. We ain't doing that. I'm not doing that part.
I can't do it.
I ain't going to the cemetery, and I'm not going to the repast. And don't ask me no more. I will Uber my ass home. I'm not going.
You had that Ben Affleck face. He looked straight miserable.
You ever been at a funeral so long you ain't even like the dead person no more?
Oh, my goodness.
I done been sitting up there, man, and start thinking of stuff I ain't like about his ass. What he in here for? He wasn't all that. I'll tell you the one that got me to...
What?
Marjorie convinced me to go with her and the grandkids to see the Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah.
I
made you
wanted to kill myself.
That's terrible.
First of all, dog, hey, man, let me tell you something. About 8 minutes in, I was sitting back with one of the grandkids. I was sitting behind her. I leaned over and tapped my wife. I said, "Baby, when is they going to start talking?" I did not know that at ballet they don't talk. So now, I already don't know the story. And I can't keep up with a story when ain't nobody talking. Because I'm trying to figure out, why is these rats running around on this damn stage? Ain't nobody trying to kill these rats. I didn't understand that door that opened up and the white girl got out. What is we dancing for? Hey, dude, the dude was springing across. Man, where's your pants at? I had so many questions during the Nutcracker.
Why couldn't you just enjoy it, Steve?
No, where is the nuts we supposed to be cracking, though? I kept waiting. That's what I couldn't understand. We ain't cracked now nut in here. Ain't no shells on the floor. Ain't nobody eating no nut meat. None of this. Why are we in here, man? Boy, let me tell you something. I could not understand that. So at intermission, we all out in the lobby. I'm so confused. What? And they was all talking, "Oh, man, this is a lovely production. This is amazing." I'm going, "What is y'all talking about? Y'all watching the same thing I'm watching?" You know, this ain't about nothing, man. These ragged-ass costumes. Ain't nobody talking.
You're terrible, Steve.
Oh, man, I was in there about to die. Man. After that, man, I didn't give a damn. Nutcracker.
So did Marjorie tell you to be quiet? Was she shushing you? Did you keep asking her questions?
Yeah, because I kept going. Because even my little grandson, Noah, was sitting next to me. He asked me, "Papa, what they doing?" I said, "Look, N-word, I don't know." The hell, I don't know what's going on. I can't help you with this stuff. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't follow. I ain't see no purpose to it. When they got to the end, nobody was in there was happier than me. And then they came out to do the little encores and people clapped. I said, man, I'm
How
not
long
clapping
was
for
it?
no damn body. I don't know, man. I
Terrible.
think I was in there, man. To me, it felt like about 11 hours.
Coming up next, it is the nephew and today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is Tweedledee, he's with me. We'll find out, get to that, find out what it's all about. Yeah, Tweedledee, he's with me is the subject. Right now, it is time for the nephew with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Well, brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't fall, and you ain't getting no money. You didn't fall, and you ain't getting no money. Case closed. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach a Glenda Ann, please.
This she.
How you doing? My name is Brad. I'm actually with the A&C department, Accidents and Conditions. Wanted to give you a call and see how you're doing this morning.
I'm just fine.
Great. Now, I am the accident and condition coordinator, the last person that it goes to before actually issuing out a check. And just wanted to give you a call and see how everything is going. Have you been to the doctor on your fall? And just wanted to do a follow-up with you and make sure everything is okay.
Yeah, everything is just fine, thank you.
Have you needed to do any rehabilitation work or anything like that? This is just a random procedure of all the notes that I have to write down. And like I said, this is the final step of getting you out a check. Now, the last I heard, you were offered $2,000. Is that correct?
If you work there, you go ask your supervisor. You would know all that if you worked there.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking at the file that I have, ma'am. I don't have everything in front of me.
If you got that wrote down, that's what they offer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, here's what we're doing. I've also been brought some other records. Is this the first time you've actually had an incident like this?
What?
Is this the first time you've had an incident of actually falling?
Yeah, that's my first time.
Okay. Well, actually, what we're doing, looking over the records here, I've got some actual incidents that it seems like you've actually fallen several times in other places. And what I'm having to do here, ma'am, is let you know that I am not going to sign off on this at all. So the money that has been offered to you, I am no longer going to be, I'm not going to confirm this check to go out to you. I don't think that there's anything wrong with you. I don't think that you have a problem. I think that there's something that you deliberately did in one of our stores.
I could care less about what you think. What happened was the was on the floor. I fell. They gonna have to pay for the claim either way it go.
No, we're not gonna. Actually, ma'am, what I'm gonna have to do is get you to come down and sign an agreement.
I'm not coming nowhere.
Yes, I'm going to need you to come down and sign an agreement that you actually made this whole thing up. And I need that in writing with your signature.
I'm not coming nowhere.
Look, ma'am, I don't care if you come down or I have to come down and haul your in, because I'm not signing over a check to you for somebody that deliberately laid down in the floor and act like something was wrong with them.
You're a lying, deliberately done a thing.
How exactly did
it was witnesses. You need to talk to them.
I've spoken to every witness, and you know what, ma'am?
You haven't spoken to every witness because my friend was there. You haven't spoken to her.
There's a lot of people that assume that you're lying.
Well, I don't care what they assume.
Ma'am, let me explain something. We can take this thing further. I even have you on video, actually deliberately laying down in the middle of the floor as if you have actually
now
slipped.
I know you're lying.
No,
now
I'm not.
I know you're lying.
No, I am not, ma'am. And
now
listen, we're not going to give you $2,000. We're not going to give you $2.
What's your name?
My name is Brad with the A&C department.
Well, you won't be having a job too much for long because you a fool.
No, I'm not a fool. I want to make sure that you understand. I want to make sure that you understand that this is not something.
I want to make sure you understand
that this is not something that you can do or continue to do. Now, I want to hear it out of your mouth. You tell me, did you lay down on that floor deliberately?
You crazy. You think I'm finna sit here and tell you I deliberately laid down in a floor?
Am I crazy? Am I crazy for you to sit here and tell me the truth?
I accidentally fell. That's it. That's all.
No.
That's all I know.
You deliberately laid down on that floor, and you're deliberately trying to get $2,000 worth of money that does not belong to you.
Well, you just review the damn tape then, and you'll see what happens.
Would you like for me to get authorities to come over, ma'am, and bring you in? Because what we're...
I don't give a who you get. You get whoever you want to get.
If I need to send authorities down there, ma'am, to
Okay,
bring
well,
you...
you send them over here. I'm not scared of them either.
I don't think... I'm not...
What
I'm
they
not
gonna do?
They're going to bring you in, and you're going to sign this form I have that you deliberately laid down on that floor.
You a fool.
The nerve of you black people.
I'm not coming in. I'm not signing nothing. Now, what you talking about, I don't know. I ain't never heard this you talking about.
Now, I want you to bring your little narrow black behind in here so we can get this stuff rectified is what I want done.
Are you crazy or deaf or you ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, I tell you that. I am not coming in. I don't know what I would have to come in for.
I want you to sign a form that you deliberately laid down on this floor, and it was all fictitious.
Now, why the would I do something like that and then go to jail?
Why would you lay down in the floor in the first place when you knew nothing was wrong?
I told you I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It was in front of you. I could look you in your eyes and tell when you're lying.
I told you. I told you what happened. That's it. That's all. Bye.
Hey, let me say one more. Hello? Call her right back.
Hello.
Ma'am, I don't want to continue to go back and forth with you.
Look. You really pissed. Look, I told you what happened. I'm not going to keep on telling you that. I don't know why the you keep calling me. Let me speak to your damn supervisor.
Let me say, well, first of all, ma'am, first of all, I am the supervisor. This is what I want. I think we can get this.
Look, what the I'm going to come in and sign what?
Here's what I want you to do. If you come down and sign it, I'll let you go.
If you think I'm finna come and sign some papers saying I laid on the floor, it ain't none of that true. The was on the floor, I fell, that's it, that's all. Now, what the are you talking about?
Have you been drinking?
Have you been drinking?
Are you listening?
Have you been drinking?
I want to
drinking got to do with anything. What I do on my own personal time is my business.
Can I say one more thing?
Drinking? Don't keep calling me with that.
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'll let you go.
My back still hurt, and you talking about you ain't gonna give me no money. You crazy? I am gonna get some money. They should have had that up off the floor. Then I wouldn't be having to go through none of this. You have I been drinking?
Glenda, I'm gonna say one more thing to you, and then I'm gonna let you go.
What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your brother JT.
Who did it? James.
James, baby, James.
I don't know. Yeah, James, I'm gonna get him when he get home. Who is this?
This is Nephew Tommy. How you doing, baby? You stand your ground, baby.
Second, huh?
Stand your ground, baby. Stand it. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. My pressure was going up a little bit, but now I'm fine now.
And everybody here at the Steve Harvey Morning Show, we love you, Glenda.
Okay, thank you. I love
you too. You ain't found. You ain't getting no money. I said it. I said it, and I say it again.
How you know?
Boy, that boy be pranking, don't he? Boy, that boy be pranking.
Who, you?
Yeah.
You talking about yourself right now?
And the third party. That boy Tommy be pranking, boy. That's what that boy do. That boy be pranking. He be pranking and he be ignorant now. He ignorant this weekend in Memphis, Tennessee at Chuckles. That's 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Tickets about gone. Chuckles Comedy Club. Laying in the cut is the Comedy Factory in Baltimore, Maryland. That's laying in the cut. And I will be there next weekend, Friday and Saturday. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, I'm out. All right, ain't no 8, 9, 10 shows. Time ain't doing all that. It's 4 shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. And then you can catch me sexy on Friday night. Ready to love on the OWN network.
Gosh.
See my transition as I go from stupid to sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, Strawberry Letter, subject Tweedledee.
Oh, hate.
He's with
Oh,
me.
hate.
We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please, baby, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
You never know. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, Tweedledee, he's with me. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm 38 years old and I moved back to my hometown to take care of my daddy. My 18-year-old son lives there temporarily to attend a vocational school, and he's living with his daddy while he's there. Before I moved back to town, my son's daddy was begging me to stay with him and my son. I told him I'd rather stay with my dad because my son told him that his dad has a crazy girlfriend and she pops up at the house all the time. I was expecting to have a lot of great sex with my son's dad because he is the best I've ever had. Little did I know that the great sex would come with so much unnecessary drama. As soon as I got back to town, my son's dad wouldn't stop sweating me. He begged me to go out on dates, and he loved showing me off to all of his friends. In the process of doing that, I guess he forgot he had a girlfriend. I started getting harassed by an older lady named Tish. I found out that she's like 20 years older than us. She would follow us around town, and too much is happening nowadays with love triangles, so I was scared of her. It wasn't until she got smart with the cashier at the grocery store one day and got her tail beat that I realized she wasn't a threat. That's when I started giving her the same energy she was giving me. She posted a photo of me and my son's dad on Facebook and captioned it Tweedledee and Tweedledum because everyone calls me D. So I commented, Tweedledee, he's with me, and it started a big mess. Now all of her old friends are attacking me on Facebook. Great sex with my ex started a big mess with Tish and them. How can I get these older ladies to chill? Well, how can you get these older ladies to chill? You're probably not going to be able to get them to chill because they don't have anything better to do. I mean, if they did, if they had a life, they wouldn't be messing with you and harassing you. Tish thinks you've stolen her man, and she's got her girls on board to help get you out of the way. And what is with you and him anyway? I mean, did he cheat on you like he's cheating on you, like he's cheating on Tish with you? Is that why you guys broke up? I mean, do you still want him? Are you guys trying to get back together? What is going on? He's showing you off to his friends and taking you on dates and stuff. Does he want you to stay at his house? I'm trying to figure this out. what is going on with this relationship? It sounds like you two get along outside of the great sex. So what is it? Because it sure sounds like more than just a sexual relationship here. I mean, we need some answers. The problem is you've got to decide if the great sex or the best sex ever, as you say, is worth all the drama with Tish and them. Because it doesn't sound like Tish and the Golden Girls are going to stop harassing you anytime soon. So this is a decision you're going to have to make. Either go over there and stay with him or leave him and just be with your daddy and mind your own business. Steve?
Wow. You're 38, you move back to your hometown, take care of your daddy. You got a son that's 18, lives with his daddy while he's there. And before you moved back, your son's daddy was begging you to stay with him and your son. I told him I'd rather stay with my dad because my son told me that his dad has a crazy girlfriend and she pops up at the house all the time. I'm finna tell you why. I was expecting to have a lot of great sex with my son's dad because he's the best I ever had. Little did I know that the great sex would come with so much unnecessary drama. So as soon as you got back to town, your son's daddy wouldn't stop sweating you. Begged you out on dates, loved showing you off to all his friends. And then in the process, he forgot he had a girl. I started getting harassed by an older lady named Tish. Now, let's stop right here. First of all, her name is not Tish.
It's not?
No, when you're an older woman, see, like she probably like over 50.
Yeah, she's 20 years older than them.
Oh, so she at least 58.
58, right.
God, dog. Well, then her name is not Tish.
What is it?
Nobody was named Tish back then. That was the nickname. Her name Tashina. Her name is Tashina. So let's get that straight right now. So already you have a problem. Because you are dealing with somebody that was born before 1970.
1970.
Oh, I can't tell you what come with this now. It's a lot come with this girl. She's 20 years older than us. She follows around on town. You know, it's too much happening nowadays. She got time to follow you around. She retired. She's retired. She following you around, you in a love triangle. And then you found out that she wasn't all that threatening you. You were scared of her. Then she got her ass whooped by a cashier down at the grocery store. That's another sign that you old. In there fighting about coupons and everything. See, this was, why are you fighting with the cashier? Either you got the money or you don't.
Right.
This some coupons, or she told you you had to put something back. And you felt like you didn't have to. Or she asked for a price check and you said, I'm telling you right now, it's $1.80. Well, we're going to do a price check. That's how you got in the fight with the cashier. She old. She got these coupons and y'all wouldn't give her that 2-for-1.
Hang on,
and
Steve.
damn it,
We'll have
somebody
part
got
two.
to pay.
We'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, Tweedledee. He's with me. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is Tweedledee. He's with me.
38-year-old lady that messed around and got involved with her ex. That's the father of her child. She moving back in town to help her daddy out. He want her to move back in with them. He's great sex, best she ever had. She was thinking about it, but her son called her one time and said, be careful. He got this crazy girlfriend that pop up all the time. That's because she retired, so she ain't got to be at work. You know, she go to bingo night and then come over. You know, she doing all this. She old. She said in the letter she 20 years older than us. So the woman is 58. And you say her name is Tish. I told you that's not her name. If she's 58, she was born probably before 1970. Would that be right? 1970.
Yeah, before 1970.
Yeah, so ain't nobody named Tish before. That's a nickname.
What's
her
real
name is Tashina.
Shout out to Tashina Arnold.
And Tashina is up your back. Now Now he's showing you off around town and everything, and he done forgot he got this crazy girlfriend. She done started running up on you, threatening you and everything, and then you find out she got in a fight at the grocery store and got her ass whooped. Who fights a cashier at a grocery store? Old people. And what do you fight at the cashier about? Coupons? Who still cutting out coupons? She ain't got no app, none of that. She's sitting up in that newspaper collecting them coupons, and they was fighting over some Uncle Ben's. Because Uncle Ben said if you buy one, you get one free. But her coupon had expired, and she thought she couldn't get down here last week because she had to go pick up her medicine. And you ought to understand that and let her have this extra box of rice. But you didn't. So Tashina swung on her ass. Now the young girl wasn't having it. And the young girl beat her ass about that Uncle Ben rice. So now you done start giving her the same mess she giving you. So anyway, she done posted a picture of you and your son's daddy on Facebook and captioned it Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Because everybody called me D. So I commented, Tweedledee, he's with me. And that started a big mess. Now all of her old friends are attacking me on Facebook. And let me tell you something, you up against something because old people on Facebook. Yeah. They ain't on Instagram. They ain't on TikTok.
Snapchat.
Old ass people is on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now her old ass friends is attacking you. So now Geraldine in you, Pauletta in you, Gwen in you, Clara, the whole gang, old ass names too. Barbara, Betty, Susan. Names don't nobody have no more.
Diane.
Nobody gives their girl Diane. Shirley.
Yeah.
Brenda.
Yeah. So, all these names right here. So now, you done got into this old world, but it's real simple to get out of. You say, great sex with my ex started a big mess. And with Tishnil. That's Tashina. Geraldine, Pauletta, Gwen, and Clara. Four of them. Ain't nobody naming their baby Clara no more. Nobody.
Girl.
Nobody. They sitting around. They going to bingo night. They in a quilt contest. They down there participating in bake-offs. They doing, let me see what else they doing. Oh, they play cards.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they do now?
But they play cards now. They play pinochle. You don't hardly nobody know how to play pinochle.
Anymore.
They playing pinochle and tonk. You got to be hood to play tonk. So now you up against that. How do I get these older ladies to chill? First of all, ignore them on Facebook. There is no back and forth if you don't go back. See, fourth get old when you ain't nobody talking back to you. The problem y'all had, and I had to teach this to my son one time. He was being attacked online, and I said, bro, you keep typing. Stop typing. Stop typing. Back and forth ends when it ain't no back. So fourth ain't nothing. That's going to get old after a while. So just ignore them on Facebook. Don't say nothing else. And just let it go. Now, know this. And I know this going to sound ugly, but I'm going to just have to tell you the truth. If you just be patient.
Yeah.
Wait them out. They're going to start dying.
No.
I'm just telling you.
You're not going to do that.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I don't know who you are. I don't know who that. I don't know who Pauletta, Gwen, and them is. But if you just wait them out, they're going to start dying.
Blanche, Rose, Sophia, and Dorothy.
The Golden Girl.
Blanche, because there's hardly nobody named Blanche no more.
Blanche.
Ever.
But you are Blanche.
Roxanne. Don't worry about it.
All right, post your comments on today's
Wait 'em
Strawberry
out.
Letter. Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Please check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, we'll talk about sports. We'll do sports talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, the NBA All-Star Game is this weekend in Salt Lake City, including the three-point contest and slam dunk contest. Here's a question for you, Steve and Tommy. In your opinion, and I know you have an opinion on this, in your opinion, who were some of the best slam dunkers in the league, and how do you rank them? Let's go by rankings. How do you rank these guys?
First one out the gate, ranked number one.
For you,
is Spud Webb. Just what? Hands down. No mistake.
Number one?
What? But what? He jumping higher than anybody out there. He
is short people.
By far.
Okay.
I ain't biased. By far.
Okay.
That's first.
Number one for me is Vince Carter.
Yes.
I just think Vince Carter, man, was just.
Okay.
Who you got next, Tommy?
Tommy, come on.
Oh, it's going to be Nate. Y'all know Nate, don't you?
Nate Robinson.
Come on. Nate Robinson. These are people that's jumping higher than anybody. I'm just saying.
This is sad.
All right, come on. Who you got, Steve?
The human highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins.
Woo! Yes. Yes.
All right, let me go. The one that's got the most babies ever, Sean Kemp. That boy right there.
He wasn't short, though.
He wasn't short, but that boy, he could dunk out this world.
I don't know this guy's name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Levine. Zach Levine. Yeah. This is boy right here. Mm-hmm. He did the coldest dunk I've ever seen. When he jumped over that mascot in a seated position, took the ball out of his hands under his butt, and then brought it around and dunked it. Dog, do you know how high this boy was? Sitting in the air that high?
Okay.
You got to put MJ in there. Because, what was it, from the free throw line up? From the free throw?
Yeah, they done that now, but Michael Jordan was the best.
But back then?
The best in-game dunker. In the game?
In the actual playing the game, not the contest. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Air Jordan. I mean, there we go. Air Jordan.
Now, Kobe done put down some nasty stuff, too.
Yeah.
Kobe put some stuff down on him. But that's, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a whole bunch of people, but.
The doctor, sir. The doctor.
Yeah, I'm old school, so.
I'm missing one, though. Muggsy Bogues. What? What?
Boy, love short people, man. Them his heroes. He just keeps people
All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, some social media advice. This person wants to know, how do I tell my parents I'm not going to their college? We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What if I told you there was way more to the story behind game-changing events? Welcome to my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday, we will jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls.
At this point, I'm a young chef. I talked to chef. He said, listen to me now. As a black kid, you can work in a restaurant because people like me allow you to work in a restaurant.
Celebrities to athletes and artists.
You gotta have a little gangsters to survive in this business because they will also challenge anything they think won't fight back.
Greatness starts with a single step. So, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or just someone seeking inspiration, join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
All right, Steve, Samantha on Facebook says, all my life, I've been groomed to go to college that my parents went to. We go to all the games, and nearly everyone in my family went there, including my older siblings. I've always assumed I would go there, but I applied to several schools anyway, just in case I didn't get in. And now I want to go to one of the other schools where I was accepted. I know it's going to be a disappointment to everyone in my family that I'm not going to the same school they all went to, but I think this other school would be a better fit for me personally. So, Uncle Steve, how do I break the news to my parents? And did you deal with this with your kids about your college?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You dealt with it?
I wanted them to go somewhere, and they told me they wanted to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I said, fine, it's your life. You can go to that school if you want to. Mm-hmm. I'm paying for Morehouse.
Oh. You told your sons that, obviously.
Yeah, now you can take your ass where you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying for Morehouse.
Why can't they pick a school, though, dog? Why can't they go to one of their choice?
Why your daughter got to go to your little ragged-ass school? You the first black-ass person to come out with a damn theater arts degree. Sound like
okay, and that's something wrong with that? Why you hating, man?
I see right now. We a little tight about the little jokes about his little school. Ain't like you bought it.
I ain't bought it.
Sorry, your baby is getting straight A's. I ain't say nothing about that. I just said ragged ass school. You can get.
Okay, can we help this lady though? Can we
No,
help the lady?
No, because this ain't about her. This about Tommy.
Clearly.
Okay, so what is the question she wants?
She wants to know. Is it okay? How does
it is okay.
How does she break the news to her parents if
I
she
mean,
wants
look,
to go
parents
somewhere
should
else?
be open to let. I wish I had let my sons go where they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm. Why do you feel differently now?
I mean, maybe they'd have been better. I thought it was good. Teach them a lot more. They learned a lot down there at the house. That's a great institution. But you can't guide them where you want them to go. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I let everybody go wherever they want to go. Then that ain't work out either with them boys.
So
I couldn't
get mad really matter.
I couldn't get mad at them. Hell, y'all ain't doing good in school.
Just don't say the word raggedy, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you're going to put some salt on it. Go ahead. Sprinkle it on there.
Oh, I'm putting salt on it.
Military, everything. Okay. You got another one, Shirley?
Yeah. A couple of days ago, this is from Andrea. A couple of days ago, I was running late coming home from work. When I got home, I apologized to my boyfriend for being late. He said not to worry about it and that he knew where I was the whole time. I asked him how, and he showed me the app on my phone that he uses to track me. It kind of freaked me out for a minute, but he also showed me how I can use the same app to find out where he is anytime. My boyfriend handles all the tech stuff around the house, and I actually prefer that. But now I don't know if I should be mad at him about tracking me without asking my permission. Am I blowing this out of proportion, or is it legit that I should be concerned and see this as controlling behavior?
It's not controlling behavior. It's called concern. It's called concern. Women, sometimes, ladies, and I understand, you might have been cool if he'd have told you about it.
Yes.
But I don't think it's nothing about control. It could be concern, It's okay, I knew where you was. Man, but then guess what? You got it on your phone where you can track him. Now, if you couldn't track him, but he could track you, you got a problem. But he's saying, baby, this is where I am all the time. Because things happen in this world now. Mm-hmm. You can track where a person is. You can track where you left your phone now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't make that big a deal out of it because he showed you that you can track him too.
Okay.
That ain't that big of a deal to me. You can make
I think
something
she
out
just
of it
wanted
if you
to be told.
But you're going to get some bigger stuff come down your way because somebody going to tell you one day you got a raggedy-ass phone. And then you're going to have to deal with that.
Then you got to go to Texas A&M.
You better be lucky your damn phone work.
Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, listen. Word of advice. Don't mess with Ice-T's wife, CoCo, okay? Ice-T does not play when it comes to CoCo. A social media troll recently tweeted that CoCo had a dress that was too small for her voluptuous figure at the Grammys. The troll's name is Maureen, and she compared singer Adele to CoCo. Maureen tweeted that back when singer Adele was heavier, she was classy and didn't have to be in dresses 3 sizes too small. Ice-T's response, Maureen, when was the last time you had some? You know what? That's the problem. LOL. Ice-T went on to tweet, we never attack, but we retaliate. Keeping it as real as possible was always a goal for me.
Leave that man alone.
This man's wife. They got something real. They've been together a long time.
Got a baby.
But see, people always commenting on somebody else. Dog, let her live her life. Now, if you got a problem with it, it's probably because you can't wear what you want to wear. I hear stuff all the time about people I know. Why she got that on? Why she wear it on? Hey, don't worry about that.
IT got one more left in him now. Don't run up on him. Leave him alone.
Like you said before, most grown-ass men got a good one in them. I'm just telling you, man. I read somewhere it's best to let an old man have his bourbon and his cigars and just leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
He ain't bothering you. I ain't got but one gift. Win. So if you
Coming
run
up
up
at
over
33
here,
minutes.
you're going to get your ass bit. I know how to
play
get
a round
you off
of
me.
Would You Rather right after
Taking
this.
his ass whipping.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather never be able to lie again, Steve, or never be able to smile again?
Oh.
Got to smile for your work now. You all laugh all the time.
Never be able to lie or smile.
Laughter good for the soul.
Look at him. He's so torn.
Which one is it, Steve?
Laugh or lie? Which one?
What about you, Tommy, while he's deciding?
I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh.
Okay.
I gotta laugh.
So you'll never lie again.
So you'll tell the truth
again.
all the time. All the time.
And laugh, and every time I want to lie, just laugh.
Right after you tell the truth.
Right here. I lose either way because I'm going to tell you right now, if I have to stop lying, do you know the sadness that's going to be into my life? Do you know the misery that's coming my way if I got to tell the truth all the damn time? I probably ain't going to smile no more, no how.
So,
hey, man, what's wrong with you? Yeah, told her the truth this morning. Yeah, man.
What is wrong with the truth? All right. Would you rather always say whatever you're thinking or never be able to speak again? We already
That's
know
the
that.
same question.
What'd you say, Cheryl?
Would you rather always say whatever you're thinking or never be able to speak again?
Oh, no, you can come on get it right between the eyes.
Yeah,
What you
I
want.
gotta say what I need to say.
Yeah.
I said what
no,
I
no.
said.
No,
yeah,
here it is.
Firing off, huh?
Well, see, I told y'all how important line was, but you ain't want that? Here it is.
Here it is, right?
Here it is.
Dead
All
in
right.
the face.
Would you rather be, What'd you say, Tommy?
I wouldn't have
I said dead in the face. I'm telling you.
All your relationships would crumble.
Yeah, they over.
Yeah.
I done told pastor some stuff. I done just said everything on my mind.
The pastor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather be stuck on an island with your partner for a year, but without any food, or without your partner with enough food to survive for a year?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby, I'll see you next summer.
B.
The hell is we sitting up
Yeah,
in here
B.
dying together for? Yeah. Hey, baby, I'll see you next summer. Eat up. Enjoy your life. Remember me. Yeah. Both of us sitting up in here hungry. Ain't got nothing to eat for a year. We ain't going to make it.
I'm going to start looking at her like a piece of hamburger meat. She ain't going to make it.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. You guys, coming
I ain't
up
going
at
to be able
49
to show
minutes.
over without crying, though.
49 minutes after the hour.
I already know
our last break of the day and some closing from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here we are, our last break of the day on this Thursday. Wow. It's been a good day. It's been a good day.
Yeah. Good
Every day is a good day. Yeah.
Amen. Amen again.
When you get to Thursday, it's home stretch now. We good.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Thursday or Friday. Nope.
Tommy doesn't like Fridays, though, remember? Because they're too close
But
to
you
Monday.
right back at Monday. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's just
But the
it's
logic
right
on
there.
that is stupid.
But Tommy, you did want to ask Steve a question before we get out of here.
Yeah. So, because I talk to a lot of people in the entertainment business, you know that.
Is this going to be my
especially
closing
people-
remarks?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I said, this sound like this going to be my closing remarks, so let's go.
Might be. So tell me this, for those stars that are coming up or people that want to be stars, and what does it take to keep your light on? How much work do you have to put in to keep your light on as a star? I think a lot of people don't realize once you are considered a star, and now you're trying to keep the light on. Now you're trying to continue to keep your star as bright as possible. What does it take? You've been a star for a long time. Your star been bright for a long time. I don't know one time where it's gotten dimmer. You probably know more than I do when your star got a little dimmer, a little brighter. Right now it's shining bright as all get out. What can you tell entertainers or people that want to be entertainers about keeping that star bright or even being a star, period?
All right, let me explain it to you this way. First of all, stardom, everybody that's seeking fame and stardom, it's not up to you. You can wish for it. You can hope for it. You can put it on your vision board. You can dream about it. You can try to map it out. A person becoming a star is not up to you. That is completely up to the masses. The public decides who becomes stars and who doesn't. And the only way to become a star is by the grace of God. It is the only way. It is the only way. There is no book on how to become a star. There is no course on how to become a star. You can get all the likes you want. You can get all the views and the clicks you want. That does not make you a star. That don't God to get there, and you need more God to stay there. You think I'm lying? Try it. Uncle Steve in the building. Y'all have a good day today.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What if I told you there was more to the story behind game-changing events? Get ready for my new podcast, That Moment with Damon John. Every Tuesday on the Black Effect Podcast Network, we'll jump into the personal stories of some of the most influential people on the planet, from business moguls and celebrities to athletes and artists. Join me every Tuesday for That Moment with Damon John on the Black Effect Podcast Network, the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you go to get your podcasts.
On Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that puts that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. You can listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you listen to your favorite shows.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C.
This child was laying on the side of the road.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.